Tonight, the detectives behind the investigation and Erin Patterson's official police interview. The latest in the Leongatha mushroom murder trial. Detective Sergeant Luke Farrell, who, a week after the deadly lunch, searched Erin Patterson's home with the accused mushroom murderer present. Photos from the search including a manual for the Sunbeam dehydrator, a set of kitchen scales, and a recipe Tin Eats cookbook. And at the page for beef Wellington,
that page was spattered with cooking liquids.
The jury was also shown photos of Erin's plates. On the kitchen bench, 3 dirty plates, 2 dark, 1 white. Inside the dishwasher, 4 small plates with a red top and dark bottom, plus 1 large one. Inside a drawer, 4 dark-coloured plates and 1 multicoloured with rainbow stripes. The court previously heard that while Erin's guests were served individual portions of beef Wellington on large grey plates, Erin ate hers off a small tan-coloured one. When Erin was told the search warrant was in connection with the death of 2 people, who died, she replied.
She was told at least Heather Wilkinson had died, and she expressed surprise.
Erin's police interview played for the first time. Asked why her estranged husband's family was invited for lunch.
Because I've got no other family. I love them a lot. They're good, decent people.
As the interview was played, Erin watched on and wept. Erin has pleaded not guilty to all charges.
We're live from the land of the Kulin Nations. Erin Pearson is the Age's crime and justice reporter. She was in the Morwell court again today. She's with us again tonight. Erin, in Erin Patterson's police interview, she talks about her relationship with her in-laws. What more did we hear about that?
That's right. During this police interview, Erin Patterson was told that police had also spoken to her ex-partner, Simon Patterson, and questions had been raised about why the lunch guests had been invited over. Erin Patterson's response during that police interview was they'd been really good to her and she loved them. And she said no matter what had gone on or was going on between her and her estranged partner, Simon Patterson, she wanted to maintain a relationship with her in-laws.
Erin also became emotional in court today. Was that in relation to something in particular?
Yeah, as the police interview was being played, it was about 21 minutes of police interview that was played. There was parts weren't played to the jury and the judge mentioned that some of those had been cut out. But while her record of interview was being played, particularly in the early questioning about the relationship that she had with her in-laws, she got quite teary in the back of the court. She had glasses on at this stage and she was watching that record of interview being beamed into the courtroom. And then the questioning changed a little bit to other topics and she was asked if she'd ever foraged for mushrooms or purchased or owned a dehydrator. And to both of those questions, she answered no.
Well, the prosecution's final witness today was lead investigator Detective Senior Constable Stephen Eppingstall. What did he have to add?
Detective Eppingstall was explaining to the jury how he first became involved in the investigation. An alert was sent to their office around the 1st of August 2023. Within a couple of days, they learnt of the critical illness of some of those lunch guests, and he said that they then took over the investigation. It was a complex case, and they're the types of cases that they would take on. What happened then, when they found out that a number of the lunch guests had died in the hours and days that followed, he got one of his colleagues to start searching through Erin Patterson's records, phone records, banking records and alike. And the jury were told this is when police, very early on in the investigation, found out about that transaction that saw a dehydrator allegedly dumped at the local tip. And then over the next few days, they continued their investigations, eventually interviewing Erin Patterson on the 5th of August 2023.
I think we're into, week 5 or something now, Erin, and at the beginning, the buzz was just incredible. There were international media descending on the place. Has any of that died down? Does it still feel like you're at the centre of the universe every day, or is it starting to sort of feel a bit normal?
Well, we're at day 20 now, I believe, and we've had almost somewhere in the vicinity of 50 different witnesses give evidence from a range of different health and medical professionals and then onto the police, really starting today. And there's still barely any seats left in the courtroom. You've got the media taking up at least half a dozen every day and then quite a number of members of the public that are also there. That line to get in the courtroom today was as long as I've seen it through this entire trial. So the public interest still appears to be pretty high.
All right, well, job to do, Erin. Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, guys.